So, thank you for inviting me. My name is Lennart Svensson. I work for Region Skane in the southernmost part of Sweden. I also am responsible for one of the initiatives called the BSR Fund, or funding actually, that's been working together with the BSR Stars as one of the initiatives around new methods of financing. I will try to bring both the perspective of the regional actors and also the perspective of financing. And I will start with the sentence bridging issues with alignment of funding, because I think that there is a very important point to make around this. First of all, I got this from an entrepreneur in Skane. It was about big company. It's also a symbol for big money, big companies. They are ocean-going. They are, of course, very important. But things also, the another side of this, speedy boats, it's very much small money, structural funds, it could be small companies, could be region, that really is coming more and more on this stage. And today, this ocean-going, big companies, big funds, has to cooperate with the small ones, with the regional actors, with small companies. And sort of things is happening now, because the captain is not longer always on the big boat. He is moving into the small boats, to the big, to the small companies. And this also sort of going on now, that the small companies, small money, people money are going together, which means that they are, in many cases, also capable of being ocean-going, if they are cooperating. Now, this is a good example, I think, of what we have been doing in BSR Stars, in the Baltic Sea Region. By connecting to each other, we can be really ocean-going. We have been working with an international innovation strategy for Skane for a couple of years now. Some of you have listened to my presentation around this earlier on. But we are now moving from thinking to doing. So we are in the way of really implementing what we have been planning for years. This is really the context of our innovation strategy. It is a smart specialization strategy, although we didn't, to be honest, we didn't really know that when we started. It was a smart specialization strategy, but it is. These are three areas that we have concluded that we have a really strong innovation power. And this is not a Skane issue. And we know that this is issues that really brings people from other country, for example, in the Baltic Sea area, together. This is about innovation. This is about issue that, as Eric presented, really brings us together and make us cooperate, create new solutions, and so on. So personal health, smart sustainable cities, and smart materials. Also, of course, you have to go deeper in the mud to really understand it. One thing is in this, as also Eric mentioned, that important players for us are this cluster initiative. We even have a movement from cluster initiative with local value chains to open innovation arenas, we call it, which are more open, not always having all the resources at the place where they're in the region. I've been chairman for a European Forum for Clusters in Emerging Industries, where we have gathered on behalf of the Commission thinkers from all over Europe to try to make a policy recommendation how to use cluster initiative to really do this. We will present the report after the beginning of the next year. And the main sentence in the beginning will be new linkages needed. So let's use cluster initiative as being done here in exactly, for example, in Mobile Vikings and other initiatives. Just some example of this. Personal health, not starting with the system itself, starting with personal needs. This was an initiative that took place a couple of years ago that now are developing. Diabetes is really a sort of an issue that really brings people together. And even if you take then preemptive diabetes and go further on, you can see that there is then a huge possibility. This is very much what is happening right now. It is a way of doing what Mobile Vikings has been done. So I think it's very important to, in the future, not just organize everything within Bizarre Stars or the next Bizarre Star, also to be this rocket launch, to do other kind of cooperation using the knowledge that you have. So these are actors that are and could be not, of course, in Skane. Some of them are in Sweden, but we will really welcome other actors outside this. And then there are a lot of activities that they are doing right now. And if you go really deep into the diabetes, you can say preemptive diabetes. We have a discussion with refugees, women from Iraq coming to Malmö, don't really get connected to the society. How can we work with a new solution around preemptive diabetes for them? So there's a lot of things to do inside this. And then again, another area, smart sustainable cities. This is Malmö. You know, a lot of things has been happening there. The old shipyard went away, and now new companies, new universities, new people are working together. This is a terrible picture, but still it is just a way to explain that, for example, what is going on right now, that bringing the issue in the middle, smart sustainable cities, smart cities, like mobility. We have an ongoing discussion that hopefully we will bring to end with Finland, Sweden, Tekes, VINNOVA, Tampere, Skane. That is really a multi-level governance issue together. We can't do this in Skane and Tampere together. We need cooperation with VINNOVA, we need cooperation with Tekes, and also on national level. So there are a lot of opportunity, and this is a way to bring in other actors, not just Tampere, Skane, and welcome other actors from Finland, from Sweden, outside these countries in the Baltic Sea, for example. Next picture is about smart specialization around smart materials. This is very, very important, and there are examples like Baltic Science Link. And now is the question, what to do next? What will happen next time? Is there a Baltic Innovation Link? Can we take it another step? And this is really a global thing. I think we don't really have got how important this is. One of my employees was in China and got the question, Sweden, is it where they're going to build ESS, the spallation source? So he knew the spallation source, but not Sweden. So this is very interesting. And in the end, I think that by doing this, working together and bringing different actors together like this, and seeing what we have been doing in the Baltic Sea region for years now. And it's very sometimes difficult to measure, to understand. But those of you who were in Malmö last week maybe really can feel that there is a result of Baltic Sea, by the Stardust, is that there are relations between people that we now can have use for. So don't really throw this away and use this rocket launch idea that Eric presented. So finally, alignment of funding. It's very much about industry, university, society, and people together. It's easy to say, now let's do it. And I think that the way, as someone knows, I've been a manager of a hospital in the past, that doctors don't cooperate. They do it if there is a patient. So now let's put the patient in the middle. Let's find an issue that we can cooperate on, that can bring energy into the rocket launch and make us cooperate. And we have issues. We have 3 of them. And inside are a lot of energy efficiency, preemptive diabetes, lightning, lead lightning, and so on. Let's focus on the issue inside this area, and let's cooperate. And we're ready for this. I'm employing people into this, so you can phone Skane and say, who can I cooperate on smart specialization around smart materials? And someone will answer, yes, hello. And the second point is that, again, use the relation we have. It's a unique opportunity, really, to have this being here, discussing things and doing things together. And then the third, regions are facilitators, brokers. And together with cluster initiatives, we are players. We can gather things and make things happen in a faster way than others can do. And then, but again, we need the nations and the European Union support. We can't do it by ourselves. And then at the end, maybe we can use BISA funding, BISA stars as learning platforms. And finally, doing alignment funding, not just keeping the money at your own place, bringing them together. We discussed on the coffee break, just for example, by taking structure funds like this and bringing them together. You don't even have to get the money to pass the border, but just bringing the issue in the middle, bringing them together, and then sue something with help of Interreg money and whatever. So that was my point.